Hi friends, this is Miss C, and thank you for joining me today. For our lesson today, we will get a chance to read an engagement text and a decodable.
Materials.
You will need a thinking cap for our lesson today. We have 3 learning targets today. Please follow along as I read them. Our first learning target is using evidence from the text. I can answer questions about the current edition of the Sunnyside Community Public Notice, Trash and Pest Control. Our second learning target is I can read the high frequency words to, friends, let's, people, together, none, and finally. Our last learning target is I can read the decodable text, No Food to Be Found, Part 2.
Transition song.
Gather round together, together, together. It's time to hear a story, a story, a story. It's time to hear a story to say what you've learned.
Read aloud.
Listen carefully as I read Sunnyside Community Public Notice, Trash and Pest Control. Attention! By order of the Mayor of Sunnyside, residents should be informed of new rules regarding the containment of trash. In order to keep the streets of Sunnyside clean and to control the population of pests, residents should put all trash in a trash can, dumpster, or other trash container. Close all trash containers tightly at all times. Residents who do not follow these rules will be fined $20 for each offense. Please contact the Office of the Mayor with questions or concerns. 555-123-4567. Thank you for working together to make Sunnyside safe, clean, and beautiful.
Question and answer.
Now I am going to ask you some questions about the story I just read. Ready? The first question is, who sent the notice? The Mayor of Sunnyside. If you got that correct, go ahead and do our celebration hands. Our next question is, what did the notice say? The notice said to put all items in the trash and close the trash lid tightly at all times. The notice also said that residents should be informed of new rules regarding containment of trash. What does the word containment mean? Containment means to control the trash or to keep the trash from harming the community. Awesome work, friends.
Word work.
It's time for us to look at some high frequency words and add them to our snap or trap chart. Remember, we will put words that play fair or follow the rules we know in the snap column, and words that do not play fair or are not spelled the way we would expect in the trap column. Here we go. Our first word is to. In this word, we hear the ooh sound at the end, but we only see one O. And we know if we hear ooh, it can be spelled O-O or U-E. So this word does not play fair, and it goes in our trap column. Our next word is to. We hear the ooh sound at the end again, and here goes this O-O that we have been talking about. This word plays fair, so it goes in our snap column. Our next word is friends. I hear the vowel sound eh in this word, but I see I-E. which is not what I would expect. This is a tricky word, and it goes in the trap column. Our next word is together. I see that T-O is the first syllable in this word, which is an open syllable. So it should say T-O, but it sounds like T-oo. So this is a tricky spelling. It does not play fair, so we know it goes in the trap column. Our next word is none. I hear the short sound in this word, but it actually looks like O consonant E. This word is very tricky and it does not play fair, so it goes in our trap column. Our next word is people, and this is our last one. I see E-O at the beginning of this word, but I only hear a long E. This is another tricky word, so it goes in our trap column. Awesome job with this activity. Keep up the good work.
Fluency.
Now we will start reading our decodable reader, No Food to Be Found, Part 2. Before we start reading, we are going to be detectives, and we are going to look for high-frequency words. Each time you hear a high-frequency word, I want you to jump. Ready? So, you've got a plan, asked Josh. He was waiting for Chip to explain how they were going to find some food. Chip replied, "None of us will be able to open the dumpsters and the trash cans alone. We've got to work together." As you can see, we had 6 high-frequency words on this page. We have 4 words that say to, and we also have none and together. Make sure that you're watching out for those blue lines as we continue to read so you know when to jump. You are listening for the words to, like the number, to, spelled T-O-O, friends, let's, people, together, none, and finally. We got this. You've got a good point, Chip, said Josh. Let's find some of our friends. They've all got to be as hungry, too. We can try to think of some ways to topple those trash cans together. As you can see, we had a lot of high-frequency words this time. Be on the lookout. They waited until the middle of the night, so none of the people would see them. Then Chip and Josh found a group of their rat and cat friends. The group huddled together in the alley to discuss the plan. We had 5 more high-frequency words on this page. None, people, friends, together, and to. Make sure you're jumping for every high-frequency word. Chip said to the group, "We've got to be very quiet. If we make too much of a racket, the people will wake up. They don't want us around, so if they hear us, we'll be in trouble." We have 4 high-frequency words on this page. To, and people. Chip and I found this big pile of tangled cable. It took a long time, but we were able to untangle it. I am going to tie the cable to the handle at the top of the trash can next to the dumpster, Josh explained. As you can see, we had 2 words on here, and each word said to. Chip said, "Then we will all get on top of the dumpster. We will all pull the cable together to take the top off the trash can. We will need to be gentle. When the top is off, we will need to hold it in the air so it doesn't tumble and crash to the ground. Then I'll jump down and get some food. As you can see, we had a few high-frequency words on this page. We had together, two, 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 two. We have a lot of two on here. Josh tied the cable to the handle of the trash can. All the rats and cats hopped on the dumpster and put the cable in their mouths or in their paws. They pulled gently. The top came off. They were careful not to let the top rattle around and wake any of the people up. We had 3 high-frequency words on this page. Read them with me. Two, people. Chip hopped down. He found 2 apple cores, a bunch of noodles, some scrambled eggs, and a purple lollipop. He shared the food with the hungry rats and cats. They were so quiet, the people never even knew they had been there. We only had 2 high-frequency words on this page. Our first one was two, and our second one was people.
Closing reflection.
Which high-frequency words were not tricky for you to read? Which were tricky for you to read? You did a great job reading today. Keep up the great work of being a fluent reader, and I can't wait to see you next time.